me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to the air right away, Lawrence. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Daron Payne forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Here's Lawrence. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Play action. Now Williams sliding out of the pocket. A pass complete to Odunze. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago. They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Williams. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Johnson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Johnson again, and he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. How about this? He's to the 10. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't say it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Allen. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go play action with Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by
touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 72 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Yep, I got it. Nike, send me Nike. Refill? He's refill? Oh, yep, you do it. Nike, finally you actually play the mighty game. Yeah. My mom, my meow.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply confidence of the last time out where they scored
What team you on? Press this one. You see. Yeah. You see what I'm doing, Ruben? That's what I'm doing. Fortnite. I got a Fortnite. Buying. This one. Back.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
I'm still watching you. What team you on, Ruben? I got that on a cow. What team you on, Ruben?
The white jersey.
What team you on, Ruben?
White jersey.
White team? You do, man? I don't know what's the white team at. Okay. You mean this one? I guess this one is you. The one that's the PlayStation. I want to know. I know you on the white team. Because I know this one is you. I know this one is you, Ruben. Is this one you? Who in the background? Who in the background? What do I hear somebody in the background?
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time.
Why do I hear somebody in the background?
That's my friend's kid.
When did your friend have a kid? Triangle, 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 triangle. I'm gonna be keep move your hand for a second.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there.
Defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch.
Bing, 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 bing.
Taken at about the 18-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive.
Can you hurry up with the Mighty games?
Have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity. There he goes, right side. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 82 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as they continued to survey the
What are you doing?
picked up another target, delivered a pass.
On this time.
Where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one.
I can still watch you. That's what you know that.
And no run back.
Okay.
Touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
I got the bed in front of my mama.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. try to do better here.
They're living.
Some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Alban.
The pressure got to him as he released
Alban.
and it's 2nd down.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing
Alban.
is a passing game that's just struggling.
Alban.
No timing. So tested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions.
Alban.
Getting off the field. They've got options now. They can dial up a blitz here and just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes.
To the contact, it's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is down to 2. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as he kicks away following that fumble return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to sit. At the 27-yard line. So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they get the ball to the end zone.
Credit the tackle to Darius Phillips from the 23. Here's 2nd and 6. Lawrence will throw. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He'll buy some time right. He'll get that complete to his tight end Kmet. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Looking to throw is Williams. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To the air, Williams. To the sideline and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it's one thing to get the interception. It was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? Defenders make a big play. There's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
I'm good. Wow. Yes.
Mute your mic. There's no need to hear me talking to both of you.
At the line, prepping for the next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw, Williams. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Back to throw. Williams. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Throw right side, taken in by Adunze. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Lawrence. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And he's got it inside the 10. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Touchdown Jaguars. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Looking to throw. Williams. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, They're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, here's Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A pass complete to Odunze. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Williams. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kieft with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They go play action now. Lawrence. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. just keeping the play alive. This ball caught by Strange. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Play action. It's Lawrence. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Deron Payne able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 47 yards. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And he will get into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep.
Gets through, and now an opening. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, But I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the think.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Jags are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking long for Thomas. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Williams. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find Kmet. And now off to the races, down the right side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are back within a score. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. To try here for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here's 1st and 10. To the air, Williams. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. This is 1st and 10. Here's Williams. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Jaguars will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is.